welcome to another edition of Flea Market Fantasy, the world's second greatest Bronze Age era comic book podcast. Joining me as always is new Michael, Kevin Jank.
Yes, and I'm here.
Jank did our first take there with a joke that I didn't like, so we had to do it again.
Take two.
So
Toned it down.
all right. Yes, today, Jank, we are reading Fantastic Four, issue 197, 1978. This is Reed Richards. Apparently there's a time where he lost his stretching powers.
Yeah. The Invisible Woman must have been sad that week.
It's another off-color reference that Jank is making right at the top of the show. But yeah, I was not aware of any of this. I didn't read a lot of Fantastic Four when I was a kid, you know?
Yeah, same here, to be honest.
The basics.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll get into this. And of course, the reason we're picking this issue is because it features the villain, the Red Ghost.
That's right.
I have no concept of the Red Ghost at all until I read an article that John Malkovich got cut out of the Fantastic Four movie.
Yeah.
To be the Red Ghost.
A villain so good they had to cut him out completely from the film.
Which is weird because just today, Jank, I went and saw the Fantastic Four movie.
Yeah.
And you know
Look
what?
at you. Taking one for the team.
I left the house. So I will we'll get into that as well. But before we do, let's remind everybody that if you're watching on YouTube, please like and subscribe. I think we're up to 384.
Oh, okay. We got one, I think, since
Got
last
one.
week.
We got
Yeah.
one.
That's about our average, honestly.
So
If we were playing baseball, it's not a very good average, but
if we get to 500, Jank is going to make me read The Dark Knight. And
yeah.
just this week, Jank sent me over a little picture that he of some Frank Miller recent art.
Yeah.
Jank is a big
Good
fan.
Lord. Yeah, it was a variant cover for a Deadpool Batman crossover issue that had Batman and Wolverine on it. Although I guess it was supposed to be, Dark Knight Batman and Old Man Logan, but it's hard to tell because it just looks like garbage. Really, is what it looks like.
Yes. I don't know what happened to Frank Miller, but and we'll get into that. Hey, if we ever get to 500 subscribers, we'll discuss it. But
Yeah.
until then,
That was kind of the beginning of the sharp descent of his art, but it's gotten so much worse.
All right, so also have a book out there called Monkey Flip about a chimp detective. And normally Red Ghost has a lot of monkeys around him,
Yeah.
but not in this issue.
Yeah, sadly you picked the one
Yes.
Red Ghost appearance without the monkeys.
Yeah, because I wanted a Fantastic Four issue, and apparently he wasn't. He had a couple appearances in the '60s where he had his monkeys, but he didn't have any 1970s appearances in the Fantastic Four with his monkeys. There was an appearance in the Amazing Spider-Man with his monkeys, but I really wanted to do a Fantastic Four, So
Right.
Yeah,
That makes sense. I mean, with such a swinging medallion, like how could they not have used him more in the 70s?
he is a snappy dresser, this Red Ghost.
Yeah.
But also we got our fill of monkeys last week because you had all the monkeys.
That's true.
So
Yeah.
no need to go 2 weeks in a row. All right, so yeah, this was at a time
for August.
This was at a time in the Fantastic Four where Reed Richards apparently lost his stretching powers, and I guess it happened over a period of issues. It began in like 157, and he just started getting weaker and weaker. They said just an old age. He was aging.
Wow. He was like 41.
I don't know. He always had the gray on the temples, So who knows?
Yeah.
But I guess they just said he was getting weaker and weaker with his stretching ability. So then he lost them entirely in Fantastic Four issue 178.
Holy hell, that's
I
a
know.
long time to be without your powers.
Yeah, so
So
this
is
is
he
like
off the team? Like,
no, he just got
he
the
was
big
still
brain,
on-
He got
Huh.
he's always the thinking guy. But yeah, that's almost 2 years without powers.
Jesus.
That's a long
As if the
time.
Fantastic Four isn't bad enough normally. Like, you take one of them out of commission.
How dare you? Yeah, I've sensed the strong anti-Fantastic Four bias from Jank over the recent months. Just Where does the hostility toward the Fantastic Four stem from, Jack?
You also said you're the guy who just said you didn't read Fantastic Four either growing up
Yeah, but
because they were boring.
I didn't
But
hate them. I just didn't read them. I was I was
yeah,
reading the X-Men and Daredevil and stuff, but
yeah, exactly. The better books.
because Reed, let's be fair, Reed was he was dull. He was boring.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
face it. The Human Torch and the Thing are the good parts of the Fantastic Four. They're entertaining. They got good banter between the two of them. They're always ripping on each other. They're fun. They're entertaining. But Reed and Sue, they're just kind of there.
Well, I guess Sue really became something in the later years, but like you go back and you read the '60s versions of like what Stanley was writing for Sue Storm, it wasn't the best. But
Yeah, I can see that.
so all right, but yeah, he lost his stretching power. So in this issue, he gets them back, and
Yeah,
we'll
finally.
we'll describe how that happens. So the villain here is Red Ghost. His real name is Ivan Kragoff, and
Hmm.
his first appearance was Fantastic Four issue 13, 1963, created by Stan Lee and Jack Kirby. And he was a Russian scientist who had some involvement with Department X, the same agency that created the Winter Soldier.
Oh, look at that.
But he
They didn't
was
give Winter Soldier a cool medallion.
but he was studying cosmic rays, and he wanted to replicate what happened to the Fantastic Four, but he wanted to get even more powerful. So he built a ceramic spaceship because he wanted all the cosmic rays. He didn't want
Uh,
he
how did
didn't
he
want
get
to
out of the atmosphere without like?
he didn't want to block any cosmic rays. He just like wanted screen
Wow.
doors on his spaceship. So come on in. And so his idea was to fly the spaceship and head to the moon. And keep in mind, this when this book came out, it was pre 1969, so
Yeah.
big deal.
Well, it
You
seems like
know?
a key part of the Fantastic Four origin was there was like some kind of a flare going on, so the cosmic rays were
Well,
stronger than normal. If Red Ghost is just going up in any old time, I
well,
don't even know if his.
they changed that. Originally,
Oh,
it was
really?
just cosmic rays, and then later
Oh,
on, they added the whole thing about the solar flares and everything.
huh.
So,
So just
yeah.
anyone who goes to space would get that? All those monkeys are coming back with superpowers?
Well, yeah, that's what they were worried about, the Van Allen belt and all that back in the day. So,
Yeah.
so yeah, the solar flare stuff got added, I guess, after the moon landing when astronauts were able to go through without turning into Fantastic Four. They had to change it up.
Yeah,
But
once the Avengers start going into space all the time, you gotta come up with a way that hey, they're not getting bombarded with these cosmic rays every time.
so he didn't just go to the moon by himself though. He needed a flight crew, you know. So if you're going to go to the moon, who would you take as your crew, Jank?
The best and brightest that Russia has to offer.
No, monkeys. You take
Oh,
monkeys.
of course.
Yeah. So he took Piotr the orangutan, Miklo the gorilla, and Igor the baboon. So,
Nice.
no chimp, but yeah, okay.
Well,
Orangutan, gorilla, and
chimps aren't
baboon.
good foot soldiers, apparently.
But chimps are the first people in space. Well, they're not people, but you know what I'm saying. They
Yeah,
went to
yeah,
space.
yeah.
So anyway, when they passed through the cosmic rays, they all got superpowers.
Yeah, that's
So
pretty cool.
Piotr, the orangutan, he could control magnetism. He was a little Magneto.
Wow.
How about
Monkey Magneto. That's
that?
pretty
Monkey
great.
Magneto. And then Miklo got super strength, and Igor became a shapeshifter.
Oh, he could turn into other monkeys. He could finally be a chimp.
That's right. Finally be a chimp. And Ivan, old Red Ghost, he could turn intangible at will. So that's why he took the name the Red Ghost because he was a
Yeah.
commie, a red communist. So
The one thing that separates him from the other villain, the Ghost, over in Iron Man. They have the same powers, but this
uh,
one's
he's a
communist.
communist. So he's the Red Ghost. And so they started to be called the Red Ghost and his Super-Apes. That was their name.
Yeah.
That'd be a hell of
It's
a
like Josie and
cartoon.
the Pussycats.
I know,
Yeah.
Red Ghost and the Super-Apes. Yeah. So So that's how his origin story went. And of course, the Fantastic Four went to the moon too, and they defeated him on the moon. And I read that the way they defeated Red Ghost was he wasn't the nicest to these apes. He was withholding food to get them to do what he wanted. So the Fantastic Four was like, "Hey, why don't you guys just have some bananas?" And like they're like, "Hey, yeah, why can't we have bananas?" And they like revolted against the Red Ghost, and that's how the Fantastic Four defeated him. And they left him stranded on the moon. That doesn't seem like a very heroic thing to do. They just left him stranded there. So,
I mean, they probably ran into Doctor Doom up there. Remember when Red Skull left him up there?
oh yeah, that was good. So, yeah, so eventually found his way back to Earth, and he got different apes because
Now, wait,
once.
I got a question here though, because if he was on the moon, just lording over like three apes, why did the
Yeah.
Fantastic Four get involved? Like, he seems
Oh,
pretty not much of a threat up there.
that's a fair point. And I can't remember exactly what was going on. Um, there was a reason why they were up there and they had to prevent him from doing something, but I can't remember what. Um,
Okay,
yeah, because I didn't read, I just read the Wikipedia thing. I didn't read the actual
they
issue.
didn't get into the deets. Yeah,
Yeah, but there was a reason. They gave a reason, but I'm not that bright, so I can't remember it. But
he was
anyway,
stealing cable from his
yes.
neighbors, and they couldn't allow that.
But he eventually, because those apes, I think they got in the ship and left the ceramic spaceship. The apes took it and left. And so he was just there on the planet by himself. And then eventually he found his way back to Earth somehow, and he started recruiting new apes. So he had like a second class. But then the original apes came back. They mended fences, I guess. They're like, all right, you know, we
Now,
miss
these
being.
new apes, were they just regular apes, or
I
did he
don't know.
also take them to space?
That's a
Like,
good point. Yeah, they were probably just regular apes again. Got to start from scratch.
ooh,
And
that sucks.
yeah, I don't know.
You're used to
But
them
that
super apes.
but then the original Super Apes came back and they they reunited. And
We got the band back together, went on
yeah.
tour.
And then so he had some other adventures there, and he fought the Iron Man, I believe. And I think in this issue they say Iron Man did something like dispersed his atoms throughout space or something.
Yeah.
Uh, that seems kind of cruel, but yeah, he did that to him.
Everyone
Um,
hates the Red Ghost. They're like, communists, leave them in space or scatter their atoms.
but did you ever hear of a group called the Intelligentsia?
Yes.
See, I'd never heard of them in my life, but apparently the leader of
Yep.
Hulk fame,
That's
he
what I was gonna say. They
recruit.
remember them coming back in the Hulk later on.
Yeah, he recruited the Red Ghost to be part of the Intelligentsia, a team of villains who all had big brains. And
Yeah.
the
They're
Mad
kind of like
Thinker,
the bad version of the Illuminati a little bit.
the Mad Thinker was in there. Egghead was in there. Who's Egghead? I remember
Egghead.
Egghead from the old Batman
Yeah.
TV show.
Yeah, this was a different guy. I seem to
Why?
remember him
Why do we need two
fighting.
eggheads?
Yeah.
I think one egg is good enough.
I hope he
Uh,
makes all the egg puns like the one in Batman did.
the Wizard is in there, and Doctor Doom was actually an original member of the Intelligentsia.
Yeah, he's got to be. He's way up there in the list of smart people.
So there you go. That's the Red Ghost. So in the movie, the Fantastic Four movie that I saw this afternoon, um,
Hmm.
like yeah, I liked the movie overall. I liked it. I think it's a solid 8, but mostly for like art direction and the visuals of it are really impressive.
Sure. Story, not so much.
Yeah, well, the story's not bad. I think they took some false steps in Act Two, I would say. But
Ooh.
the first act, like the first 20 minutes, are great. It's like, holy hell, this is so much fun. And part of the thing, the way they provide the backstory of the characters, because like when the movie starts, they're already the Fantastic Four. But the way they do it, they have like a TV show celebrating 4 years of the Fantastic Four, and like the guy on the TV show is talking to you, and he's like, and we've all been there throughout their history, and they're showing clips of their past adventures and stuff, and it's a really
Hmm.
cool way to do the background for a character, so you don't have to
Sure, that
sit through
works.
the whole origin story again, you know? Like
Yeah,
like they get
we've
it
seen
out
him
there,
go to
like
space.
yeah, they get out there in like 5 minutes, and it's really good. And but part of that was they show them fighting these various villains like Mole Man, and they mention and they say in Red Ghost and his Super-Apes, but you just see Reed Richards like swinging and kicking a ape, and we
Hmm.
don't see Red Ghost. or the Super-Apes.
Oh,
We just see the one ape. But so I
huh.
guess they couldn't leave Malkovich in for like 5 seconds in this because it was just
Yeah.
a bunch of
I
quick
wonder how
things.
big his role was. Like, it sounds like
I
this is a quick shot of different
Yeah.
battles. It couldn't have been that long. Like,
They also showed Giganto coming up out of the ground, and them fighting
oh yeah,
Giganto.
from the first issue. Yeah, yeah,
So then in the post credit scene, if you go like the second one, like after everything's over and all the
yeah.
credits are done, they show an animated because during the movie they make reference to like because takes place in an alternate universe and it's like set in a futuristic version of the 1960s, so it's really cool looking. And like they have a cartoon, like the Fantastic Four, like the only superheroes in the world, and they're very popular, and they brought peace to the world and everything. So everybody loves the Fantastic Four, and they have their own cartoon and everything. So at the end of the movie, they show a little like trailer for that cartoon or the opening of that cartoon, and
Oh.
the villains they're fighting in that Red Ghost and his Super-Apes. So
Did they also get rid of the Human Torch and replace him with Herbie the robot?
no, the Human Torch is in that cartoon. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, for those who don't remember the original Fantastic Four cartoon, they couldn't use the Human Torch because of a rights issue, so they brought Herbie the Ribbit in to replace him. And Herbie's in this movie. Herbie's great in this movie. He's a very entertaining little guy. Um, but yeah, I like the movie. Jank refuses to see this movie.
That's right. I will never watch it.
I don't know why.
I
It's a
will
good
eventually
movie.
watch Thunderbolts when it hits Disney
Yeah,
Plus, but I'm not going to
Thunderbolts is
watch this
better.
one.
I think Thunderbolts is the better film. But like recently on the LCS show, we'll get into it more with Larry on the LCS show. We talked to Larry.
Hmm.
But recently we did our Marvel movie tiers or whatever. Of
Yeah.
I would put this tier two like around Civil
Holy
War-ish.
hell.
Yeah, yeah,
No way.
yeah. Why you say that? Like just because you hate the Fantastic Four? Visually, this movie is
No
one of the best
way.
things Marvel's ever done. Like it,
I
it,
mean,
it
okay,
looks so good.
visually is one thing, but
Yeah, but the story, like, yeah, the story's like a 7, but the visuals are like a 9, so it's like an 8. It's like, yeah. So
I think you fixate on small things and way elevate them.
I don't think so. That Vanessa, I think you just hate things and you don't want to give them credit for being good. That Vanessa Kirby's really good as Sue Storm. I never heard of her.
She was in I'm not sure if she's in the most recent Mission Impossible because I haven't seen that one yet that just came out, but she was in the two before that. She was like the
Oh, okay.
daughter of Max from the first Mission Impossible,
Don't know who
the
that is.
lady that was trying to buy the knock list.
Take your word for it. But yeah, she's really good. Um, Er- Pascal's fine as Reed. He plays Reed like he's not arrogant or anything. He's more like you know, um, I don't know. Would you describe Reed as arrogant in the comics or just
Uh, Not arrogant, more so just absent-minded and I don't know, kind of focused. Like he doesn't
yeah?
necessarily notice the people around him as
I would
much as he does in
say
science.
yeah. Pascal's he you get that from him, but he probably gives Reed a softer edge than he had in the comic. Like the comics, he seemed a little distant more. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah, distance probably the best way to put it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
arrogant's not right, but Doom is
Yeah,
arrogant.
Doom is arrogant for sure. Yeah.
Not Reed. Uh, yeah. So he gives a little more of a warmer edge to Reed. The thing looks great, and I know you wanted him to have a gravelly, angry voice, but he just talks
Yeah,
like a
he
normal
should.
guy. No, he's showing it. Ben Grimm was just a guy. He
Yes.
wasn't a monster. He was just a guy
But
talking in
he's
a
made of
monster body.
rocks now. He
But
should
but
sound like a rock guy.
his
He's got
vocal
rock
cords are
vocal
not
cords.
made of rocks.
Yes, they are.
No, they aren't. We've gone over this before. Remember, he's
His
actually just
uvula is definitely rock.
he's just encased in rock. Remember that? Because we went through this before on here because or maybe it was me, you, and Michael, or you maybe weren't here. But like, because I always thought he was solid rock, but actually he's a human under there. He's just encased in rock. Because remember when he
He's
got
like a
cut?
weird fleshy thing from what I've seen is when he
Yeah,
loses the rock, he turns into this like pink gelatin
yeah,
monster
that's called
under
flesh.
there. Well, no, but it's not like a person. It's like, you know.
Mm. It's
But
not
yeah, like
pudding.
Captain America should not have a deeper voice than the Thing. Like that's just wrong.
You're a ridiculous person. Um, and Galactus was pretty cool. The Lady Silver Surfer was fine. The kid that played Johnny Storm was fine. He had some good bits. But they just it feels like there's some scenes missing in the middle. Like they
Yeah.
don't like earn all the emotional payoffs they're going for, you know? But
Yeah, that makes sense. I think there was a lot of reshooting right up to the last minute on this thing, so it doesn't
yeah.
surprise me.
But like the first arc's great. The ending's pretty good. Um the middle gets a little weird. But I mean no, it's just like that like I said, there's just some stuff missing. But again, visually it's stunning. So
How much Robert Downey Jr. did we get in this?
absolutely none.
Ooh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, I expected him to be there at some point. Like I thought he would be
Yeah.
there. No, like
So
the
there's
post
been
credit.
literally no build up to Doctor Doom.
Well, no, there is at the after the post credit, like the first post credit scene. Um, spoiler alert, but we like to ruin things, so I'm just gonna talk about. Sue Storm is reading to little Franklin there, and she goes up to give him a different book because he wants to read a different book. And she comes back with the book, but she senses something's wrong, and she walks around, and she peeks around the corner, and there's like the Doctor Doom green hood and the one arm, the metal arm, and he's playing with Franklin,
Oh.
and that's where it cuts. But uh,
Huh. Yeah, this is they're not doing a good job of selling this as the next big villain. Thanos they built up so well over three phases. This they fucked around for two phases and then decided, oh hey, here's Doctor Doom. We
yeah,
haven't shown him to you at all,
because
except
really
he's back.
there's no other movies until the Avengers Doomsday, right?
Yeah, I believe
Spider-Man, I
that's the
guess, but
case. Maybe Spider-Man, yeah, but I'm sure he's not going to
yeah,
be in there.
yeah, I don't think it has anything to do with it. So, yeah, I expected more Doom, you know?
Yeah. I mean, I knew obviously with Galactus going on, it probably wouldn't be a huge part of it, but they could have done something.
Yeah, it is weird. And I kind of thought from the post-credit scene of Thunderbolts that the Fantastic Four would be coming to our world already, you know? Um,
Yeah.
but no, that's not the situation at all. They're still in their own universe and everything. So,
Oh,
um, yeah,
huh.
yeah.
That's weird.
So you know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, yeah, put it lower on the tier two list. 'Cause
Yeah.
I, I did want more Doctor Doom, but but
Yeah.
yeah.
All right. Well,
I think maybe like overall Marvel movie like 12 to 15 range, you know, somewhere in there.
huh. Seems generous, but what do I know?
Exactly. You don't know anything because you haven't seen the fucking movie. But anyway. All right, so there it is. That's the review of Fantastic Four. So let's get into this. Would you like? Oh, the creators here are Marv Wolfman.
Hmm.
He wrote issues we've talked about him many times. He wrote
Oh
issues
yeah.
190, 195 to 215. Annuals 12 and 14, and that's from 1978 to 1980. And the artist is Keith Pollard, although he's credited as storyteller for some reason instead of penciler.
Oh.
That was strange. We've talked about him before too. I always think what X Factor issue 4 he did, I remember. Always Keith Pollard. But he did issues 193 to 201 and 203 to 206 from 1978 to 79. And he
Okay,
later
a couple
returned
of
for 16 issues between 310 and 328 in 1987, 1989. So
hmm,
two runs.
look at
Fantastic Four.
that. Yeah, pretty close together. I don't know. I'd almost call that the same run.
No,
Just with some guest people.
it's actually 10 years apart.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was off on the numbers. Wow,
Yes.
that's quite a
Yeah.
jump.
Yeah, from 78 to 79 and then from oh yeah, those are the years I was giving, 1987 to 89. So yeah,
Oh,
that's a
okay.
10-year jump. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
So, so that is
I don't
pretty
know.
cool.
His art seems like something that would not hold up as well in 1987.
Yeah, maybe he evolved. I can't remember
Yeah,
what he looked
maybe.
like in 87. Like old
Could be.
Sal Buscema, you know? He evolved.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, so why don't you the cover of those were by George Perez.
Yeah, Marv Wolfman and George Perez there teaming up, I guess.
Well, Joe Sinnott is the inker. No. But
Well, yeah, but I'm sure
you're talking about
Marv
the
Wolfman wrote
Teen
these
Titans.
word balloons. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we haven't done a Teen Titans in a long time on here.
That's true. Yeah, not since I've been on the show.
Yeah. Let's just pretend no one mentioned it.
It'll
Just
happen at some
all
point.
right. Let's cut that out. All right. So why don't you describe the cover for us, Jack?
Okay, so we got there's not really a corner box here. They're kind of doing more of a DC type thing. It just says Fantastic Four and then 35 cents, one issue 197, little Marvel Comics group banner across the top, and it's always got that lie on the cover that says the world's greatest comic magazine, even though no one was buying it.
And it really wasn't a magazine.
Yeah,
It's a comic
yeah, it's
book.
really just blatant false advertising. And then the Fantastic Four logo, it's pretty plain at this point. I feel like they've done better in recent years, but I can't even picture it in my brain. So I don't know. It's kind of just white letters, like blocky letters with pink shadow, essentially. Uh, and then we got little circles for all the team.
Yeah.
Reed Richards is still there, even though he has no powers and is useless.
He's, you hate the Reed Richards. He's got a brain. He's the smartest man in the world. No?
Yeah, then he could be the guy in the chair, but you got to get somebody else in there to be on the team. Like,
Yeah, he could be the guy in the chair. But how do you like the little bubbles with the character faces? Because I think it's pretty cool. I don't
yeah, I like that. That's definitely something you could do. But I guess certain books you can't really do that. Like the X-Men, you're not going to be able to fit like
know.
8 or 9 people on the cover.
Yeah, so like you said, in place of the old standard corner box, we get the little bubbled heads. But
Yeah,
mm, all
so
right.
that's kind of cool. But then we get a shot inside of a spaceship. It's all very orange. I don't know why Reed Richards designed this thing, or I guess whoever built this thing designed it to be all orange. But it's out in space. So there's a lot of black background with white stars. And inside it says, "At long last, the return of Reed Richards' superpowers." And Reed Richards is stretching all over the place, trying to wrap up the red ghost there, and he's trying to punch him right in the face, but his arm is going right through. Although somehow he does have his, his body wrapped around Red Ghost's body, and Red Ghost's apparently okay with that. He likes a nice tight hug, I guess.
Yeah, I
Um,
had some issues with Red Ghost powers.
yeah, like I get that you can make certain parts of your body intangible, but not others. But I don't know why he's bothering with
I
that here.
I I had a problem with him. Like, why even become tangible? Like, if you're
Yeah,
fighting Reed
yeah,
Richards, like, why would you let Reed
right.
Richards punch you in the
Why ever
face?
be tangible? Yep. I mean, maybe to press that lever, but other than that, like,
Yeah. So, yeah, it is a little weird there that he's wrapping him up and going right through him all at
yeah.
the same time. So,
But he's talking trash here. He says, "Don't look so startled, you stretching fool. The red ghost is back. Now nothing can stop me from destroying you." And then
yes.
hitting the disco scene.
Yes. Yeah, describe what Red Ghost looks like for the people because I'm guessing no one knows what he looks like because I didn't know.
He does kind of look like John Malkovich.
Yeah.
He's like balding, but he's got very long white hair in the background, kind of like a balding into a mullet type
Yeah,
situation, I
like the
guess.
top of his head's all bald, just around the sides and the back. He's got like the long hair. Um,
Yeah.
yeah. And long
And
white hair. Yeah.
he's got just kind of like I don't know, what is that, like a crawl type shirt, I guess? It's very open and down the middle. Big shoulder pads. It's blue, and he's got a big swinging 70s medallion going on, and he's got little blue underpants and a big old studded belt, and he's got some red pants and some red gloves, and then some blue boots. So he's very red and blue themed.
But the disco medallion is really what caught your eye.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it sure did.
But yeah, it's an okay cover, you know. It's all right.
Yeah, it's
Nothing too
okay.
spectacular, but
Yeah, not memorable, but all right.
um,
Reed Richards is doing stuff. That's cool.
all right. So we open it up, and part two of the greatest FF saga of all.
I'm gonna say that was also a lie, much like the
Yeah,
cover.
I gotta think Galactus was better than this, right? The original
Yeah.
Galactus story, and gotta be some other ones in there that were better than
Considering we
this.
didn't even know that he lost his superpowers, the story of him getting them
Uh,
back, not that memorable because we've never heard of it.
but the issue's called The Riotous Return of the Red Ghost. I love alliteration, so that's
Me
pretty cool.
too.
Yeah. So someplace in upstate New York, and we see Reed Richards' big splash page. He's punching his fist. He's so angry or mad. He says, "I don't like any of this. Why are you helping me to regain my lost powers? There's no reason you would outlay a fortune unless you intend to get something in return." And there's some redheaded dude there in a suit, and he's smoking
Hmm.
a dart. And he says, Believe whatever you wish to, Richards, but don't bore me with your paranoid hypotheses. You will complete our deal, or your good friends will be instantly destroyed. Is that clear?" And he says,
Yeah.
"All too clear, mister. Instantly destroyed, Jank. Not slowly and painfully. Instantly." So, yeah, it's not bad then. I don't know.
Yeah, there's worse ways to go.
So, so this mysterious man, do you have any idea who this mysterious man is, Jank?
Yeah, did look forward a little bit,
Ah, yeah,
and
yeah.
yeah, so there's really no reason that Reed would not recognize this man.
Well, I mean, there is. I mean, it's been years, you know.
Yeah, I don't know. They were roommates, I believe, in college. Like they should know this.
Yeah, I want to know my roommate. I never had a roommate, so yeah, that could be why.
Yeah, there you
But
go.
but yeah,
It'd
it
be like
turns
you not
out
recognizing Larry. Like, oh, it's Larry.
this guy turns out that well, initially in the next issue they say he's the son of Victor Von Doom, Doctor Doom.
Yeah, in this issue, that's what they do say in this
Oh,
issue
yeah,
here.
all right. I couldn't remember if it was in this
Yeah.
one or the next one. But what is he really though, Jay?
Turns out he's actually just a clone of Victor Von Doom, like
That's
a
right.
younger clone.
He's a clone. Victor
Because
Von
according
Doom.
to the Latvian laws, apparently Doctor Doom
Yeah.
cannot be monarch anymore.
Yeah, I
So,
guess there's term limits in
yeah,
Latveria.
for kings.
Aren't you a dictator? I mean,
Yeah.
can't you just make the rules? What?
Aren't you a despot who just rules with an iron fist?
Yeah,
Like,
you have like robots that go around just doing whatever you want throughout this whole
yeah.
country. And I
But
don't,
you're very fastidious and you're paying attention to the
rules
laws.
is
But
rules.
yeah.
I don't know.
But he
Can't
did find
serve
a
three
way where he's
terms.
just like, oh, I'll just give this to my son who is
Yeah.
actually just me.
Why would the people accept that? Like, you think if they're having a revolt
Right.
against Doom, they would want free elections or like, to bring their.
Yeah.
But yeah, we want you out of office, Doom. But yeah, your son seems okay. Yeah, he seems like a good
He's a good
bloke.
guy.
Put him in there.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I could see no way that could go wrong.
So, but this guy won't, of course, tell Richards who he is, and Richards does mention it. Somebody's, oh, he looks familiar, but I can't quite place it. And
Yeah.
so, yeah, the idea here is to send Reed up into space to send him through them cosmic rays again, and
Hmm.
to get his powers back. Now, did you find out? Did you read why he wanted the powers back?
Um, Other than to say he has to do this to save his family, obviously.
Yeah, that's why Reed's
Um,
doing it. But why is secretly Doom doing this? Did you?
oh, okay. That I don't know. No.
Yeah, so it turns out that he wants to use all the fantastic because he's got Johnny, Sue, and Ben there. He's got them captured
Yeah.
already,
Yep.
and he's going to put them in these little like hamster balls, like, and he's hooked up to this machine, and he's got one hamster ball waiting for Reed. So he wants Reed to get his powers back, so he can capture him, put him in that hamster ball, turn on the machine, and then he's basically going to make his son into a super Skrull, and he's going to get
Mm.
all their powers. So
I mean, it's probably easy to just capture the Super Skrull and
yes,
get him.
so it's like
Suck out his powers.
so he wants to give his son all the powers, the clone version of him. So
Boy, I feel like you could find somebody else for your fourth at that point. Like,
you hate Reed
maybe.
Richards so much,
No, I mean, it's just a lot of work to go to, like, I want to send him to
but
space to redo the accident.
yes, it's a lot of. But he wants to really stick it to Reed and the Fantastic Four by taking their powers. He wants
Yeah.
that personal vengeance against Reed. Because I'm thinking, if you want to just kill Reed, why don't you just send him into space and blow up the ship? Like,
Yeah, exactly. Or even just let him still be a normal like person. That's punishment enough. Like,
but he wants
aha, I
those
stole your
stretching
family's
powers.
powers.
He wants
Yeah.
those stretching powers. And really, Doom, why wouldn't you give yourself those powers? Why are you giving them to the clone? You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
But who am I to tell Doctor Doom how to do his business?
I think that does seem to be the undoing of it, isn't it? At the end, where Doom can't, he
Well,
doesn't want to give it up to his son anyway. He's just like, ah,
no,
you stupid kid.
no, he gives them to the kid, and the kid transforms into like kind. They think the process fails, but it turns out it does work, and so he turns into like half thing, half Human Torch, and all that stuff. And but the clone revolts against Doom because he realizes, hey, you're not a nice guy, and, and so Doom actually has to kill his clone, and he
Oh,
kills him, and he's very upset by it.
huh.
Yeah.
It seems like, I mean, shouldn't Doctor Doom have started with a machine, like a way to just transfer his consciousness into this younger clone's body? Like, wouldn't that be the way to
I,
go?
yeah, you think there's a lot of holes in this plot. I don't know. There's just
Yeah,
a lot of
there's a lot of
logical.
plot holes in just this issue.
Yes. Yeah, this isn't Marv Wolfman's best work.
No,
It's
not
pretty
so
bad,
much.
actually, in terms of the writing.
Yeah.
But all right. So anyway, that's the big story we're dealing with here. And of course, Reed doesn't know that Doctor Doom's behind all this. And even though he is
Nope.
the smartest man in the world, he can't figure this out.
Who's always behind everything that
There's
happens
there's
to
some
us?
rich guy who's sending me into space, get my powers back. And also, there's this guy who vaguely looks like someone I remember, but I can't piece this all together. Because I'm Reed Richards, the
Yep.
smartest man in the world. Right? So
uh,
then Reed's up, he's flying into space there, and he does all these calculations and stuff. And Doom's little clone guy, I don't know what his name is, we'll call him Billy. He says, hey, Reed, did you check all your calculations? And he's like, yeah, I checked them all, triple checked them. I wouldn't take any chances when my wife and friends or their lives are at stake.
hmm
And as soon as he gets up in space, he's like, oh no, the calculations are wrong.
I forgot to account for this. Oh no.
Yes. He's like, oh
Uh,
no, the calculations are off by a millifraction. If I can't correct this immediately, this mission is over before it begins. And then in the same panel, but in the bottom left corner, there, just in time. He fixed it already. He just show him with the screwdriver
uh,
screwing, tightening a screw, and he's like, "Oh, I
yep.
fixed it." Why did we need
That
that?
whole. I
We
don't
didn't
know. I guess to
need
add
that.
some drama for one panel.
Yeah, it doesn't even last. For like the drama starts at the top of the panel and ends at the bottom of the panel.
Yeah. That's a lot of this book, though, is just, oh, I'm nervous. Oh, got to do some calculations. Yep, I'm going to get my powers back. That's going to be cool. Oh, got to do some calculations. Like, oh boy, this is not exciting stuff.
He's flying through space. I will say that Reed Richards is pretty jacked in this era of the Fantastic Four. I always remember him like a skinny guy, but he's pretty beefy here, pretty
Yeah.
muscular. So,
Without those stretching powers, he's filled out.
yeah, he's been
He's been eating good.
hitting the gym. So all right, he's flying there into space, and he's like, oh well, all right, calm down now. Switch on the cosmic ray collector, then sit back and wait. From this moment on, there is no turning back. And
hmm
he gets bathed in the cosmic rays. And yeah, and right away, boom, he gets his powers back.
Yep.
Pretty quick, actually.
That's all it
Yeah,
took, apparently. Just had to go
yeah.
back to space again.
And he it feels as if it's going to burst. It's exactly he's talking about his head. It said, it's exactly like before. It's exactly like before. And yeah, it's
Yeah, he's
Reed
kind
on
of
his.
lucky that like he turned into a stretchy guy again and not something else. Like,
It's like those are direct quotes from his wedding night as well. So yeah, he's getting hit with the cosmic rays. He's stretching, and not only is he stretching though, Jack, he thinks he's even more powerful than before. But he's also getting woozy. He's getting lightheaded, and he passes out, and he can like
yeah.
barely pull like a lever on a machine or something. And boom, next panel, the Red Ghost is there.
What the hell?
So, would you like to explain how the Red Ghost? Because I think I understand, but maybe let's just double check if I got it right. Do you know how the Red Ghost?
Uh, I believe he said like after Iron Man disintegrated him when he fought him, he was just, scattered atoms, but he managed to pull his atoms together enough. and then stowed away on the spaceship, I
Yeah,
guess,
I think he said
knowing that Reed was going to space
yes.
and
He
he's going
said
to be in
I
those
saw
cosmic
you
rays.
flying by in your ship, and I
Yeah.
knew that would be like, come on, what are the odds of this happening? That seems ridiculous. But
I think Reed also like at some point earlier in the issue when he's doing his old inner monologue, he's talking about like, oh, and me and my family were the only ones who ever got cosmic ray space powers.
yeah,
But he knows the Red Ghost
yes,
got his that way too. So
the
what are you
Super-Ape.
talking about?
Reed Richards, the smartest man in the world, can't remember about the Super-Apes. Come on, how can you forget the Super-Apes?
Yeah, how many times do you see talking apes or apes with superpowers? Like, come on.
But yeah, I think like the Red Ghost was like a red cloud or something in space, and he just like draped over the ship, and then it formed him again. I don't
He
know.
just Dutch ovened Mr. Fantastic.
So now we cut to Latveria, and we see Doom's got the Fantastic Four all, or the Fantastic Three all
Yeah.
captured, and he's got the thing hooked up to some contraption. Like the more he struggles, the stronger it holds him back, or whatever. I don't know.
hmm
And
Sue, he's just got on like a helmet that's suppressing her powers. Like you should probably just put that on all of them. That seems to be
but
my
he's also
where
has
you'd
her
start.
hands chained above her head, and she's just hanging from. That seems excessive. I don't know if you knew that. And he's got Johnny in
Yeah.
like a little, I don't know, glass bell jar.
An aquarium, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's got like a little oxygen mask, I guess, on just so he can breathe. But other than that, he's got him in water. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it is a liquid field. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, and Doom's just sitting there playing the piano. That's pretty great. Candelabra on the top,
Yep.
and he says, "Oh, he also kidnapped Alicia Masters
That's right.
because this is he wants to
This is
have a
ridiculous.
statue of himself before his son's coronation. He wants to commemorate his reign as Emperor of Latveria with a statue.
Yeah.
And there's only one person in the world who can do that, Alicia Masters, the blind
Now, if you
sculptress.
are a guy who constantly wears a mask and
Mm,
this goofy looking outfit, wouldn't you want that to be the statue? Just a statue of
no,
you, Doctor Doom.
no,
But
no,
no,
no.
he wants her to make a statue of him before the accident, and
Yes.
somehow she is supposed to feel his scarred up face
Yeah.
and then sculpt what it used to look like before the accident somehow.
Yes. Well, didn't they do something? I don't know. I read this where the like Doom's yeah, the original story is he was trying to do some sort of sorcery tech black magic thing to contact his mother, his dead mother, right? And it blew up in his
Yeah.
face.
Yep.
And it
That's right.
horrifically scarred his face. But then I was reading something on Wikipedia. They're saying, well, I guess they changed it over the years. So actually, he only just had a little scar on his cheek, and then
Yeah, I think that's right.
he got his whole face messed up because some monks made him that metal plate for his face, and it was still hot,
Yep.
and he put it
Yeah,
on
and he
his
put it on
face.
anyway. Yeah.
What? That is stupid.
Yeah. Little more patience, Doom. Little bit more, and you'd
Uh,
be all right.
ridiculous. So,
But
but
yeah,
anyway,
he's like, I have to get Alicia Masters to do this sculpture because she's blind, and therefore she can't see my hideously scarred
yeah.
face. Except you're taking your mask off in front of everyone else, including the Fantastic Four. Like,
Well, I think he turns his
what do you
back to him,
mean?
right? He turns his back to him, keeping that
I
face shrouded.
guess maybe.
But Doom, if you want her to like model your, maybe just have her touch the face of that clone you made of yourself.
Yeah, right.
Maybe. Aren't
That
people
would
just
make a
going to
lot
think
more
that's a
sense.
statue of your son? Because he's going to look exactly like you because you're a
Yeah.
clone.
Like she's blind. She could just touch that guy's face and you could say, "Yep, that was me." Like she's not
So
gonna know that was supposed to be your son.
there's a lot of problems with this story. All right, so and of course Alicia's there. The thing's all mad. He's like, "Hey, you better not hurt Alicia Masters,"
Yeah.
and all that other stuff. So I don't know.
We get some great thing dialogue where he's like, "Kiss my zits, that creeps a
Yes,
pappy."
kiss my zits. That's another quote nominee.
Yep.
Well, yeah, yes, because eventually Doom introduces his son, and his son comes in, he's smiling like a goof, and thing says, "Yeah, kiss my zits, that creeps a pappy." So that's a pretty great quote.
Kiss my zits.
Scrapes a pappy.
The things it's got to be weird looking, right?
That's another thing about this movie. It was weird. The thing grew a beard.
What?
Yeah, he grew a rock beard. Like they were saying, like if
Oh
he doesn't
no.
shave down his face with a grinder like a normal person shaves, he grow a rock beard.
Oh, I don't like that at all.
Yeah, I don't like that at all either. Is that from the comics? Did they ever do that?
I don't remember ever seeing that. I
Yeah.
haven't read enough Fantastic Four, but
Does
that's
that mean
weird.
this his hair grows downstairs too the same way?
Oh no. Gotta grind it off.
So I don't know. It's just
A little bump and
yeah.
grind.
Hey, you know what? The more I think about this movie, maybe I gotta lower it a little bit more.
Yeah.
But
It's raising a lot of questions that don't need
visually
to be
it
answered.
looks awesome. All right. So yeah, so that's what we're doing here, and then
Yeah.
we cut back
Go
to
back to space.
yeah, their red ghost, and old Reed Richards passed out on the ground like a I don't know, plate of spaghetti. He's everywhere, and now we get the red ghost filling him in on his backstory.
Yeah.
Even though Reed Richards is passed out. So he talks about how Iron Man, dispersed his atoms or whatever and everything. And
Yeah, but he's like, now I'm back and my powers have been heightened beyond all belief. Nothing's gonna stop me now.
yeah, and
But
yeah,
Reed
because
is
he
now
says,
conscious.
well, he says, as an intangible mist, I circled the globe, planning, plotting. I sought out the cosmic rays that had first spawned me, but this time they failed to do their work. Then I saw your ship. I realized its purpose. How? And and now I've regained my powers, and they have been heightened beyond belief. So. So then Reed like just wakes up and he punches him with a stretchy fist, and he put little like spikes on the end of his fist.
Yeah.
I've never seen him do that before. It's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
I mean, I guess, yeah, it makes
Interesting.
sense.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
no reason he couldn't do that. Except
Maybe
for
that's
when he got
part.
old, apparently, and started losing his powers.
Maybe that's part of these new strengthened powers. You can put spikes on his body parts. I don't know.
Yeah.
Um,
Ribbed for her pleasure.
so then he starts fighting, and this is another great thing. Red Ghost, he gets punched by him and he's recovering. He's like, Richards, in the next panel, I don't know why you have this meteor smasher aboard, but I will take care of you just as easily as it shatters those space stones. Yeah, he just grabs this like machine gun, laser gun thing, shooting missiles at him. Like,
Yep.
that's a sign of good writing when you go, I don't know why this is here, but
And I don't know why I know what it's specifically for.
but I'll just grab it. So Reed uses his stretching powers and like he just takes the missiles in his chest and like spits them back out. So
Yeah, like a rubber band. Boom.
because when you're in a spaceship flying through space, what you want to do is shoot missiles inside of it.
Yep.
Oh
Foolproof.
yeah, so the missiles go right through Red Ghost and just explode against the ship. But I guess everything's cool, no worries.
Yeah. It causes one little crack later. That's about it.
Uh, so
Very strongly built ship.
Reed goes to grope the Red Ghost. He goes right through his chest, and the
But he
Red Ghost.
does make his hand tangible and pulls a lever that drops a bunch of shit down on Reed Richards.
Yeah,
Uh, and he just kind
and
of snakes out of there, makes himself all stretchy and just snakes out of the under the wreckage.
and
And
Red. Oh yeah, Red Ghost. Not only can he become intangible, he can turn other things intangible.
yeah.
So he turns the flooring beneath Reed Richards intangible. So Reed falls through, but then like this isn't clearly depicted in the art. Um,
No.
he says he reforms, solidifies the flooring to trap Reed Richards between levels of the ship, I guess, or whatever. I don't know. But then it looks like Reed Richards is caught, like the flooring is formed around his body as well. So, I don't know. There's a lot going on here.
Yeah. There sure is.
All right, Jake. So now we're back in Latveria. What's going on here?
Um, so he says, he sees that the ship, the clone comes in and says the ship's going out of control. I don't know what Reed's doing. He's messing it all up. And Dr. Doom's like, ah, man, I told him just to do what I said and he'd be all right. Now he's gonna ruin the whole plan.
Yeah, he
And
said we
the
got readings
Fantastic
that there's
Three,
another
they're all
life
freaking
form.
out.
There's like another
Yeah.
life form on the ship too. We don't know. So, um, yeah. Now we cut back to the ship and we see Reed trying to pull himself out of the flooring, and he manages it. And Red Ghost, yeah, he's destroying the ship because he wants to crash and kill Reed. And so,
Not sure how he plans to get home other
well,
than
he's
just
just
turning
intangible.
into
He can,
atoms and then,
yeah, he can just
yeah.
fly back. So, but then Reed just punches him in the face again. Like,
Yeah.
Red Ghost, what are we doing here? You know?
I guess he had to be solid to use the meteor smasher, but I mean, he could have just done the hands, I suppose.
Mm, uh, and then Reed just runs and jumps at him. Like he doesn't even caught on to the fact that he's intangible. He goes right through a wall then too. And
Yep. Smartest man in the world.
and
Just
then
jumps into some barrels.
and then Red Ghost says, "All right, I'm out." And he just phases through the ship and he's flying back home to Earth as a ghost. And now Reed's really cold too.
Yeah.
But he notices that crack in the glass because he's locked into the what's that called? The
Um,
like the little area where they load stuff into and
the
then they
airlock.
airlock. There it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's caught in there and he's going to freeze to death now.
Yeah, he's got to get into the ship itself. There's one little crack from where that atom smasher was going off earlier. And he's like, oh, maybe I could never like stretch through this before, but maybe I can. I can get myself really, really tiny, like a microfilament, and get through this crack. And he does.
Because he's got to get back to the controls. He's trying to get back
Yep.
to the controls, but the ship's like on fire and it's coming back through the atmosphere. And Sue's freaking out because they're all watching this on a monitor of some sort. And uh, and then the ship blows up. But
Yeah.
oh, there's an escape pod in there as well, and it pops free. And Reed's in the water, and he's picked up by a helicopter, and it's Nick Fury
Hmm.
because apparently he radioed Nick Fury with the exact coordinates, and Nick Fury just happened to be in a helicopter, and he's like, "All right, I got
Always
you."
doing them calculations, even to the end.
And this is pretty cool that Nick Fury and Reed Richards, the two guys with gray around the temples.
Yeah,
Like,
it's true. Just throw an eye patch on Reed, they could be twins.
yeah, you don't really see that look anymore, the gray templed look.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. Now they have just for men, so you can take care of that.
So Reed's like, hey, Nick Fury, one thing only there, Fury. You've been keeping
Yeah,
my pogo plane.
Shield wants to help me, but well, I don't need that. I
Yeah,
can go do this myself.
he wants to do it himself because he knows
Seems like a
who's
bad
behind this.
idea.
But he wants his pogo plane, and he's like, you see, I finally figured out who's behind what's been going on because I am the smartest man in the world, and this time there's nothing you can stop me from ending the menace of Doctor Doom forever.
Uh-oh.
Next issue, the greatest
Spoiler
FF
alert, it's
saga
not
of all.
forever.
Yes. Inside the walls
Doom
of
will be back many
Latveria.
times.
Invasion. So yeah, that's next issue. And yeah, they go in there and so there's that. So there you
Do you
go.
think there was any chance that like they were planning to actually have the son become the new Doctor Doom essentially? Like they
No. No. I don't think
try to
so.
pass this on. They thought this was actually going to be the end of Doctor Doom. And then they're like, no, people will hate
No.
that.
Yeah.
We're bailing on this.
Yeah. But yeah, the writing here is pretty bad. Um
Yeah.
yeah,
It was not good.
it's not interesting. I like the art was fine. The art was very solid. I like
Sure, sure. I didn't have too much of a problem with the art, I would say. It was good. You could tell what was happening for the most part.
yeah, it's just that one
Maybe
sequence with the floor thing. Not,
yeah.
that was weird. But you
Reed
don't get,
stretching looked pretty good.
yeah. Um, I like that panel that the kid popping through the door, he's smiling. Yeah, I'm Dr. Doom's son. All right. It's yeah, overall not the best Fantastic Four story. Um,
No, it's a lot of Reed Richards. Everyone else kind of sidelined, so it's just kind of, probably the most boring
all
member
right.
of the team in a lot of
You
ways
hate
on
Reed
his
Richards.
own.
All right, Jake. Who would you rather hang out with? Go out for a beer with or whatever. Reed Richards or Dr. Druid?
Oh. Uh,
I think Dr. Druid,
Dr.
right?
Druid would probably be more fun. Yeah, I feel like.
He knows all that esoteric, like pagan kind of stuff.
Yeah. He probably knows what Alan Moore's doing.
Yes, he knows that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Or reads all about the science and whatnot, you know? So,
Yeah. Dr. Doom's kind of the perfect middle ground where he knows
yeah.
both. He knows the science and the sorcery. So if
Obviously,
Dr.
Dr.
Doom is number
Yeah,
C, yep, I'm
listen,
going with Dr. Doom.
yeah, if you have a chance to have a beer with Dr. Doom, you have a beer with Dr. Doom.
Yep.
That'll be
He
great.
has to drink it through that weird mask, but that's okay.
Get him a straw. Won't be a big deal. All right, so
He's
there
got
you
like
go.
cups with the straws in them and in that helmet of his.
Fantastic Four 197. I don't know. This is a weird one.
Yeah, not
Yeah,
not much really happened here. It wasn't that entertaining, so I can't really go
you
too
know,
high.
maybe we'll stick with the theme and I'll give it a four. Fantastic Four.
Yeah, yeah, that's probably fair. I'll probably give it a three because there was three members of the team that were sidelined and given short shrift.
Uh, like Thing's the best member of the Fantastic Four, right? Thing's number one.
Yeah, I mean him or Human Torch. I do like Human Torch too,
I'm not a big
especially
Human Torch just terrifies me because that power is so scary to me.
yes, it
Like,
really is.
like if he
Him
just
carrying people is not good. I
no,
don't
like he just accidentally brushes up against you and your life is changed forever. You know,
know.
um,
Yeah.
it is terrifying.
It's
So
really the interplay of those two together that's the best though, is them
yeah,
just those
and
old Fantastic Four movies at least got that part right, I feel
they
like.
they they get it right in this movie too. They have a good little banter and stuff. So yeah, that's good.
Once thing goes through puberty finally.
Oh my goodness, you and this voice situation. Oh my God. Uh, all right, yeah, 4 or 3. All right, there you go. So it's not the best Fantastic Four, but go see the movie. It's good. It's good. Um, the more I think about it, the lower
A
I'm ranking
ringing
it. But
endorsement.
yeah, 7 or 8. Yeah, 7 or 8. That's good. So all
Huh.
right. But talk to me tomorrow, be a 5. But yeah, 7 or 8. 7 or 8.
Yeah. You're still off that high of all the popcorn.
Yeah, I didn't eat the popcorns. But
Oh,
yeah, we'll get into that the whole movie experience on the next LCS. We'll break that down.
yeah. The
But all right,
45 minutes of
Jake.
trailers.
Yo, the movie is supposed to start at 2:30, and then when it finally started, I looked at my clock there. It was 3 o'clock. Like, what the hell? What are we doing? What are we
Yep.
doing? All
It's
right.
pretty atrocious.
So what do you got for us next week there, Jank?
All right, so next week I'm going to get weird again, and I'm going to go with a book from, what is this? Continuity Graphics.
What?
That's right. This is one of those anthology type books where it's got a bunch of different stories. We're just going to do the first story and the last two. There's five stories total, but we can skip those
The first
second
and
and
the
third, I
last
think.
two.
So
All right.
this is a book called Echo of Future Past.
Echo of Future Past.
Yeah, I picked this because the first story is Bucky O'Hare.
Bucky O'Hare, yeah. I know
Yeah.
Bucky O'Hare. Yeah.
Yep, this was the comic book that that he first appeared in, apparently. Uh, I guess he appeared in issue one, but I really like the looks of the last two stories in this one, so I picked issue number three of Echo of Future Past.
Do you know what year this is?
1984.
And are those final two stories, do they have any notable characters like Bucky O'Hare or
No, but the art looks really cool.
all
So
right.
that's why I'm going with those. The second story is just like Neil Adams doing like a Wolfman story.
Oh, all right.
It's not Shocktober and it just
Uh,
looks like a normal Wolfman story, so it's like I don't need that. And then there's something called Hom. That's like the third
Ham.
one. I don't know what that
Just
is. No, like HOM. Like Hom.
all right.
I don't know. Didn't look that appealing.
All right. So I never heard of this book, so that'll be something.
Yeah.
Echo of Future Past. All right. Again, if you're watching on YouTube, please like and subscribe. We appreciate the support. And until next week, don't get any jank on you.